Now, today I am discussing a sensitive subject. Somebody has done a video, a man, who said that black men are disrespecting black women too much. And I can't help agreeing. I'm not saying there's always exceptions to the rule, but we're finding it increasingly that black men are dissing black women. Now, I did a poem which I'm going to recite, and then I'm going to let you listen to the video about what he's saying. And it's to do with feeling, because only a black woman can feel the pain when they are constantly disrespected by black men who understand and know their vulnerabilities and yet use it to exploit us, to denigrate us, and to make us feel less of a human being. And to make it worse, many of them, if you don't do what they say, they make it look as though you have some kind of insecurity complex or some other issue going on in your life. If you don't want to do anything that they say, it's a big deal. So I've written a little poem, and I'm going to support it with what this gentleman, Angel IKG, is saying. Pastor Jennings calls us whores. Men who call us want us to take off our clothes. They criticize our hairstyles and the way that we dress. They constantly judge us even though they don't look their best. Many lack sincerity to try to gain popularity with the I have and I am when it's all just a sham. I don't need anyone's endorsement, but I do need love and protection from my black Adam. But even though he's turning into an enemy, I'll love him the best way that I can. And that's how I feel, and I think a lot of women feel that way too, you know, despite constantly being, it's almost like a slow, it's like torture really, you know, this drip feeding of insults, of, I can't even explain it, but it's almost like they drip feed the insults, or they try, or they call you and then they stop calling, and or they do so many things, and you're kind of thinking, am I going crazy? And this isn't my story. This is a story of so many women I speak to. Men, they just wake up one day and think, okay, I've been speaking to her for 6 months, I've been speaking to her a year, I think I'm not going to talk to her anymore. No explanation, nothing. And as women, and as nurturers, and as creators of the human race, it's baffling. But you know something? This guy has it on point. His name is Angel IKY. No, IKYG. I don't know what that stands for. But I'm going to just play you a little bit so you can see and feel where I'm coming from. And I'm glad it's from a male perspective.
That black women are angry. Y'all messed it all up. You nothing ass guys, you nags are messing it up for the good brothers. Do you know how many good brothers, real good brothers, say to me that black women don't want them because of the shit you idiots do online? Good brothers are being dismissed because they're black. They're being judged because they're black. They're getting told, you know what? They ain't got a chance because of your actions. Because there's a stack of videos bashing black women. There's memes. There's these NFL, these NBA players talking trash. Oh, it's only social media. Social media leaks into the real world. It has a major impact on our reality. These kids are seeing this stuff. And y'all not slick. Y'all focused on the negative and only the negatives. And I get it. I truly understand it. It's because it fits your narrative. These guys that get on YouTube and promote all of these racist, and I'm saying racist, they promote all of these racist, negative stereotypes about black women in all of these videos, and they solely criticize black women. They hardly ever address why a black woman might be doing something. In order to get their point across, they focus on low income, ghettos, the poor neighborhoods. But don't think, well, you know what, this was created by white supremacy. These men get on camera and focus on ratchet behavior. They focus on the projects. They focus on the ratchet behavior that gets posted on World Star Hip Hop. Even though for every so-called ratchet video or act involving a black woman, you can find like 3 or 4 videos with white women doing worse. Bestiality, doing madness, getting drunk, doing crazy shit. But y'all not going to talk about the white woman because it doesn't fit your narrative. So you won't mention that. But you don't talk about the good women. Y'all don't look outside of these projects, outside of the ghettos. When you see beautiful black women doing great things, responsible black men with great careers, nah. Y'all don't focus on trailer trash. Y'all don't focus on that if you look on YouTube and type in fight videos, the majority of the fight videos are white folks. Y'all don't mention that. But you use these situations to attack black women and then betray all black women as the same based off of these situations that happen in the projects, that happen in the ghetto. You generalize. You target black women because it's easy to do so. Now y'all want to fuel the violence. I've seen black men talk about killing black women, and you target them because the reality is black women ain't protected. They not. There's very few people actually standing up to defend black women. The reality is black women don't even got black women. And I say it, black women don't even got black women's back. Black women don't have a huge support system just waiting to defend them at any given moment. I have seen black men break their neck to defend a white girl. Say some fucked up shit about a white girl. You will break your neck to defend that white girl. You wouldn't do that for a black woman, though. And you do that because you assume that there are no consequences for trashing black women. Because the reality is there is no consequences. And ain't that sad? And I really feel it for the good black men. I really feel it for the good black men that ain't like y'all. And y'all want to target them, oh, well, you're a simp, you're a simp. If you defend black, what? I'm a simp for pointing out your fucked up behavior. I'm a simp for letting you know.
Yeah. You know what? It's so true, though. And then you know what reinforces it? They reinforce it in the church. I don't know how many of you saw that video with Pastor Jennings and Mr. Vegas, and how he said that women with wigs and women with makeup and women, they're whores. And if the husbands allow their wives to wear makeup or their wives to wear jewellery, they are married to a whore. You know, what kind of language is that from a man of God? Or who claims to be a man of God? You know what I mean? It's true. Black women get it left, right and centre. And I think we get it because I think for some reason when black men are angry and hostile towards black women, it's because they are afraid of us. There can be no other explanation other than fear, because that anger and hostility comes from fear. And so when they bash us like that and they try to break us and we do not break regardless, and so many of us still stand for and by our black men, despite the insults, despite being raped by them, despite being denigrated by them, despite being abandoned by them, despite being beaten by them. We don't say, oh, I know there's always an exception, but the majority of us don't say, oh, we're not going to deal with no black man anymore. No. And I don't know where that loyalty comes from. But in the fruits of the Spirit, they say those who are long-suffering win the prize. And I'm not quite sure what our prize is as women who put up with this behaviour year after year after year, who put up with the lies and the games. And today I saw a video and this man was messing around with a woman with another woman, and his wife came over because somebody had said that they'd seen him at a bar with another woman. And so when the wife comes over to him and says, "What are you doing?" And he says, "Baby, what's up?" Next thing you know, somebody comes over and sits at the table and starts kissing up the woman he's with. So the impression is that the wife has made a mistake, and that it's the man that's sitting with the woman now and hugging her up. They're the partners. And as soon as the wife walks off and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry, baby," you know, the friend says, "Oh, that's what friends are for." And the husband says, "Oh, thanks for having my back." I mean, we put up with all that BS. You know what I mean? The deceit, the deception, the lies. So many men, they lie to get a black woman. And after they lie and get the black woman, they don't even appreciate her. And then when they feel comfortable and they feel as though they've got themselves in, they decide to tell the truth. By that time, the woman's probably involved him in the family, maybe she's got kids for him, I don't know. But it's not right. It's not right. And it's not because black women are weak. It's not because we're desperate. It's because deep down in our core, we prefer to be with a black man. And the fact that a black man would prefer to be with somebody else, there's nothing we can do about that. So that's all I've got to say for now. Sorry, it's us. Well, I don't even know if it's a depressing subject, but it's just a topic for discussion. So I appreciate your comments and let me know what they are.